Need a boost? Sometimes all it takes is tapping into your inner cool. Icebreaker's gum helps you unleash the confidence within. Each chew releases a rush of icy flavor powered by cooling flavor crystals, sending a wave of refreshment to reinvigorate all your senses. Icebreaker's convenient pack fits everywhere, from car cup holders to backpack pockets, so you can find your cool wherever you go. Grab Icebreaker's gum online or at a store near you.
These long dog days of summer, I mean, we just made it through a heat wave. Mama was parched through this heat wave. I was hitting up Dunkin' every single day, and I will continue to probably for the rest of my days, but especially this summer. Dunkin' is helping everyone stay cool this summer with its lineup of refreshers. These drinks are packed with bold, fruity flavors and served ice cold. It's amazing. Dunkin' refreshers are the perfect afternoon pick-me-up. I like to start my morning with them personally, and then sometimes I go back for a second one because I'm just feeling crazy. They come in a variety of delicious flavors, including fan favorites mango pineapple and strawberry dragon fruit. And then for a limited time, there's black cherry and there's pink pineapple. I'm going to tell you something right now, and it's a bold claim, let me tell you, but I stand behind it. Pink pineapple will change your life. It is so good. It has me feeling like I'm sitting in a pool, resort side, just living, honey. It's so yummy. Try your favorite flavor with green tea, sparkling water, lemonade, or Dunkin's all-new limeade. I haven't tried the limeade yet, but I'm going to. Usually I get my drinks made with green tea and occasionally lemonade, but I do really like the green tea. Or if you don't want to build your own, try one of Dunkin's curated refreshers like the Cherry Lime Ricky or the Ultimate Pink Daydream. The Cherry Lime Ricky, scrumptious. I could drink like 3 of these a day. They're so freaking yummy. Head to Dunkin' today and find your favorite refresher. Dunkin' refreshers contain less than 1% fruit juice. Limited time offer.
Chilling crime cases are mysterious, but finding coverage shouldn't be. With the State Farm Personal Price Plan, you have options and can personalize your plan to help create an affordable price so you can get back to cracking all of life's bigger cases. Talk to a State Farm agent today to learn how you can choose to bundle and save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Head to statefarm.com to get a quote. Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Hey, weirdos. My name is Alaina.
My name is Ash.
And this is Morbid. It's a full-length Morbid, guys.
I just literally went to say something and I just stopped.
Ash just I think her batteries just swore out and she just went whir.
I took a deep breath like I was about to say something and then nothing else came out.
And I just stared at her wide-eyed what's happening? Are you okay?
You're not going to know this, but does anybody know the episode of SpongeBob where he's trying to figure out the answer to something and there's all these little SpongeBobs running around his brain find the answer.
That's what just happened.
That's how I just felt.
It's been a week.
All these little ashes running around
just
in my
ashes
head.
running everywhere going, find the answer. So yeah, Ash, she's back. We gave her a quick little battery charge. She's here. And yeah, so the first thing I just wanted to quickly talk about was we posted our episode about Jessica Renee Johnson. And I posted the photos from the episode on her Instagram, and one photo shows her arm post-mortem, in the morgue.
It's spooky.
It's real spooky. But some very, eagle-eyed listeners pointed out that in the photo underneath her arm, on the floor, you can see someone's wearing a flip-flop.
Oh.
And so people were like, why the fuck would they be allowed to wear a flip-flop? That's very astute. Yes. I just want to point that out. That's a good question.
Snaps at you
for bringing that up. But I have an answer for that. And I figured I'd just bring it up on the episode instead of answering it in the Instagram comments. But so I believe that photo was taken by the family.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens when we at least at our morgue, when we have a viewing, when a family because not every family wants to view after the fact.
I'm not trying
but
to
some
view.
do. And when they do, we set up what's called an anteroom. which is the room between the morgue freezer and the outside of like the morgue hallway. And it's just a room. It's not refrigerated. It's just like what you enter to get into the freezer. That's where we would put the body. That's where we would bring the family members in there so they can have privacy and they can say their goodbyes and all that. They are allowed to go into that room wearing whatever the hell they want because they're not entering a sterile space. They're not entering the autopsy suite. They're not entering the morgue freezer. Nothing's going to drip on them. Nothing's going to, they can wear flip-flops if they want. So what I'm assuming happened there is that the family members went to see her, to view her. They were wearing flip-flops. They took that picture.
Makes sense.
So I think that's what probably happened. That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to point that out. But good call. So we hope you enjoyed that episode, even though it was bonkers, crazy bananas and had no closure at the end.
I really don't like when there's no closure.
That was a bummer. But hopefully we'll get closure sometime.
I hope so.
We're hoping. That's really all the business we had to take care of. We already talked about our live shows in the last episode, and they're sold out still.
Hell yeah.
Again, if they open up, we'll let you guys know right away so you can dive on them if you want. But one thing I just want to say is I keep seeing people say that they're coming from so far away to the show. I saw someone say they were coming from like Washington.
The fuck?
And I was like, you guys are fucking awesome. And I swear we're going to make this awesome because you deserve it.
But I can't wait to squeeze every one of you.
I'm going to squeeze the life out of all of you.
Like, I just love you all.
Oh, it warmed my soul today. I was like, you beautiful weirdos. So we're so excited. We're getting close. And yeah, other than that, I think we're just going to dive into our case today because we have a lot to cover.
So we're diving in. But first, I'd like to say the reason why we decided to do this is because I had a thought. And so my salon recently moved locations, and the old location was a LuLuLemon store. And I said to my boss, did we sage this place in case there's bad energy moving forward? And he was like, what the fuck do you think happened at LuLuLemon that we need to sage the place?
And you're like, what do I think happened?
And I said to him, well, sir, one time somebody was murdered in a LuLuLemon.
So shut your mouth.
And do you know what? He just walked away from me because he wasn't interested in my shenanigans.
He didn't start saging immediately.
No.
No, I'm
which
shocked.
I found alarming. But somebody was once murdered and attacked in a LuLuLemon store.
It happened.
And we're here to tell you about it.
Strap in.
It's sad.
It is. It's really sad. So, on Saturday morning, March 11th, 2011, Rachel Owertley, I believe her name is.
Okay.
Who managed the Bethesda LuLuLemon store, walked a very short distance to the store that she managed, and arrived at work shortly before 8 a.m. What she found was that the door was unlocked. That's not good.
Already not good.
Yeah, that's not good. Very unusual. A lot of cause for concern because when you close the night before, you're supposed to lock up. And Jayna Murray, her coworker, was the one who had closed up the night before, and this was not something that she expected to find after she closed. She was like, what the hell? What's going on?
Like,
That's not Jayna.
Girl.
When she walked in, the store was an absolute mess. Things were tossed everywhere. A television was literally shattered on the floor, and it looked like someone had ransacked the store. She looked around, she walked towards the back, and all of a sudden she spotted blood. And she spotted bloody footprints that were on the floor beneath her. At the time, she looked down and was like, shit. Then she heard something very low that sounded like a small groan coming from the back.
Nope.
She got the fuck up out of there, which
Goodbye.
I'm like, smart, Rachel.
Her Uber was there.
Yeah, her Uber was waiting.
Yeah. She was about to get that 2-minute charge.
Now, when she got out of there, it was real busy outside that morning because this was a noted shopping block and in Bethesda, and there was an Apple store directly next to the LuLuLemon store. It actually shared a wall with them. There was a new iPad coming out. I believe it was the iPad 2.
Wow.
Taking a trip in the Wayback Machine.
What are we on now? Like iPad 4700?
I'm pretty sure.
Like it's
approximately.
Fun. Yeah.
And people obviously were lined up outside the store because that's what happens in any Apple release. So she frantically ran out looking like she just saw a ghost. And people were obviously concerned when they saw her. They were like, are you okay? A guy named Ryan Huff asked her if she needed help. And she told him, yes, I do. So he was like, you know what? I'll go back in the store for you and I'll check.
What a
which
nice Good Samaritan, man.
Ryan that's above and beyond the Call of Duty as a fellow human being.
Because guess what? I'd probably just look at her and be like, "Oh, poor thing."
Seriously, I'd be like, "You okay?" And she'd be like, "No." And I'd be like, "Okay."
Good
Bye.
luck.
I'm gonna get my iPad dose. See you later.
I'm gonna get my iPad dose, and then I'm going to Starbucks.
I'm going to Starbucks.
I'm going to Starbucks. Good luck.
So
When it comes to online college, Southern New Hampshire University is so good, it's scary. Listen, the facts don't lie. SNHU has degree programs that fit your goals, online classes that fit your life, and real support at every step. And if that wasn't enough, they've got some of the lowest online tuition rates in the US. This is an airtight case, you guys. Visit snhu.edu/morbid to get started. That's snhu.edu/morbid. Chilling crime cases are mysterious, but finding coverage shouldn't be. With the State Farm Personal Price Plan, you have options and can personalize your plan to help create an affordable price so you can get back to cracking all of life's bigger cases. Talk to a State Farm agent today to learn how you can choose to bundle and save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Head to statefarm.com to get a quote. Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
he said he saw all the craziness that she had seen, like all the, the TV, everything. And as he walked further into the back, there were a ton of bloody footprints concentrated all in the back hall of the store. And there was tons of blood. Random items scattered and broken everywhere, broken glass. There was blood spattered literally all over the walls and spattered as high as 6 feet up on the walls.
That's fucking wild.
That's bonkers. It was an absolute mess. And he saw what he thought was a man on the ground in a pool of blood. And he also spotted a woman in a bathroom lying on her back on the floor. She was sliced on her hands, arms, chest, and she had a huge long cut along her forehead. And she was also bound by zip ties on her arms and legs. And there was a large slice that had been made in the crotch of her black yoga pants, exposing her genitals.
Oh, God.
Yes. Her arms were also above her head, just to point that out. So he runs back outside. And he's like, so he tells Rachel, call 911 right now.
Some shit has gone down.
Shit has gone awry in there. And he was like, so there's what I assume is a dead man inside there and a very injured girl who he assumed had been sexually assaulted because of the rip in her pants.
Right.
So Montgomery County Police Officer Kristen Knuth, I believe her name is, was the first one on the scene. And she was absolutely shocked at the carnage that she walked into.
I mean, yeah, 6 foot high blood things.
Yeah.
Like, no thanks.
Blood things.
Blood things. I'm not there for 6 foot high blood things.
I hate 6 foot tall blood things. When the officer made her way to the back where all the craziness was concentrated, she found not a man, but the body of Jayna Murray.
Oh no.
She was lying face down in a pool of blood, and she was legitimately covered in red from head to toe.
So fucked up.
Her head was bashed and battered, and there was a toolbox that looked like it had fallen across her back and shoulders, like just on her back.
Mm-hmm.
Like the woman bound in the bathroom, the crotch and back of her yoga pants and underwear had also been slit open.
Oh no.
She had no pulse.
Oh.
So she was pronounced dead. Jayna Murray was 30 years old.
Oh my God, that's so young.
I know. And she had just turned 30 like a couple weeks ago.
Oh my God.
She was about 5'5", very athletically built. She had blonde hair and what everyone who ever knew her described as a megawatt smile.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at pictures, this is easily confirmed. She does. She has a great smile.
Yeah.
She was beautiful. She appears vibrant and happy in like every picture you see of her. Now, she was known as an overachiever, a straight-A student, and a huge adventurer who loved to do risky things like bungee jump, which she did for her 30th birthday.
That's so fun.
And skydive, which she had already done previously as well.
Hell yeah.
And she liked to do all like kayaking, rock climbing, like anything crazy you think of that you're like, holy shit.
She was doing it.
That's nuts. She was doing it.
Yeah, kayaking is fucking wild.
Fucking like whitewater rafting. I mean,
that's
like
wild.
like kayaking on like
kayaking and rock climbing.
Kayaking.
What the fuck?
Well, rock climbing is dangerous.
Yeah, rock climbing is dangerous.
I was like, excuse me.
I'm picturing like those those fun
walls.
rock climbing
Yeah, no,
walls.
like legit rock climbing,
like outdoor
like rocks.
Yes, yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah, that's fucked
You
up.
won't catch me doing that. You won't catch me at a rock climbing place either. Facility, whatever.
You're like, let's be real.
Let's be honest. I'm at Starbucks.
So basically, she seems like one of those people who just like took life by the balls and did everything she could. Like she just looks like she was like, I'm gonna do that. Like she just did everything.
Fuck yeah, get it, girl.
Like those people are awesome to me.
Yeah,
because there's so many things that I'm like, I'm not gonna do that.
You say that, but like you're also one of those people. Like you wake up one morning and you're like, I'm gonna do this, and then you do it, and I'm like,
but it's usually not something that like risks my life. That's the thing that I think
you have 3 kids.
Me. Yeah, that does risk my. You know what? Yeah, I'm pretty impressive.
So all right. Also,
You're
you wanted
right.
to be a police officer at one point.
I did. I really did. I passed the police exam and the physical test, everybody. Just putting that out there.
All of Alaina's accomplishments make it look like I've had no accomplishments.
Oh, shut up. You wanted to be a hairstylist, and you are a damn hairstylist.
That's true.
You set that shit out there,
and
you
different.
did it. You have to talk to people on the reg. I can't do
that's
that.
a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, that's risky right there.
Just kidding.
That's
risky right there.
That's real risky. So Jayna had spent a semester at sea, which I didn't even know was a real thing. She traveled to every single continent except for Antarctica.
Oh.
And she died not having been able to get that one last.
Don't tell me that.
She was also a known goofball who could make you laugh at your hardest moments.
Oh.
She was super athletic. She did shot put and discus in high school, set a ton of records. She did gymnastics, and she was also a dancer, apparently excelling at tap dance. So much so that she had actually planned to become a Broadway dancer.
Oh my God.
But changed lanes at the last second and decided to pursue business and communications at George Washington University. She then went on to pursue 2 graduate degrees.
Wow.
At Johns Hopkins University. At the time of her absolutely brutal murder, she was only 10 weeks shy of earning her degrees.
Oh my God.
Yeah. She also claimed herself to have no sense of style.
That's
like
funny.
she was like, I don't know how to dress. And
she worked at LuLuLemon.
Yeah, like she
got
just
cute shit.
Exactly. And I think that, but she liked it more for like the lifestyle.
Yeah,
and like
of course.
You know, like that it was into healthiness, like
the real reason why you wear yoga
mindfulness.
pants.
You're like, it's just cute.
I'm like, it's athleisure.
But she seems like she's one of those girls who like it doesn't matter what she's wearing because she's so charismatic and lovely that it's just like you could wear a potato sack and you're still like the first thing that everybody looks at in the room. So she left behind her 2 very devoted parents, 2 brothers, and a boyfriend named Fraser who lived in Seattle and they were like head over heels in love.
Fraser.
And they were planning on like spending their lives together. They also knew each other since 7th grade.
No.
Yeah.
What is love?
Well, I was just about to sing that song.
I know. I just started to sing it too.
Baby, don't
but like
hurt
that
me.
is love.
That is love. So now that we know Jayna, who was the woman lying alive but brutally injured on the bathroom floor? That was 28-year-old Brittany Norwood. Brittany was petite but very strong. She had 4 brothers and 4 sisters.
Holy shit.
Like, whoa.
It's a lot of kids.
Yeah, that's a lot of kids. She grew up in a very happy and tight family. She was a star athlete in high school and college. She was also an amazing student.
Mm-hmm.
She played soccer at Stony Brook University on Long Island, and she was apparently like the star of the team. She was also a self-proclaimed foodie who enjoyed fancy food.
Love that.
And she was very concerned with like looking good, being in shape, having all the priciest things, the trendiest ththings. She had like a very high-class lifestyle for working at a LuLuLemon store. Okay. And a lot of people around her were like, I just didn't know how she like afforded all this like persona she was putting out
things.
When she made like $12 an hour at LuLuLemon. But
right.
like, you know, get it. Before this whole ordeal, she was actually planning to leave LuLuLemon. And she was going to switch careers to become a personal trainer at Equinox. A friend of hers had just gotten a job there as a personal trainer, and her friend was like, yo, come get a job here. I'm making really good money.
I was going to say at Equinox, you probably do make bank.
So she had an interview a couple of days before this whole thing, and they had actually asked her back for a second interview. So immediately upon arriving, at the scene. Police sent Brittany right to the hospital because she was in rough shape.
Mm-hmm.
And a cop was sent with her to get her story because you want to get that story
Right away. Fresh out the gate.
Fresh out the gate. The officer who spoke to her was Officer Jayna Murray, and this is what Brittany told her happened. She said she and Jayna, who was the manager of the LuLuLemon store, had closed up the store and were leaving the night before. This was sometime around 9:45 p.m. Brittany realized once they had gone their like separate ways. I think Brittany was going to be taking public transit, and Jayna was just going to her car. Brittany was like, shit, I forgot my wallet at the store. And she called Jayna and was like, hey, can you let me back in? Because she had the keys. So she said the main reason she needed that wallet was because she was taking the public transit and she needed her Metro card to get home. So they went back in, they searched, I think she said for like 10, 15 minutes, and they couldn't find the wallet anywhere. So she said Jayna actually offered her own Metro card to use.
Oh.
Yeah. So now they're leaving. They're like, okay, cool. As they're leaving, two men show up out of fucking nowhere. They bust in the front door. They're head to toe in black and wearing black masks to disguise their faces. She said one was really tall and one was short. And by their voices, they seemed to be white men.
Okay.
She said one of the men punched Jayna in the head.
Jesus.
And then the other dragged Brittany back somewhere by her hair.
Ooh.
And just started cutting her all over. Because she had like a ton of cuts all over her.
Very strange.
While this is all happening, they're screaming shit at them. Like, these men are screaming shit at them. Calling them whores. Calling Brittany the N-word.
Ooh.
Like, repeatedly. Then the man who was assaulting Brittany raped her on the bathroom floor while using horrific racial slurs over and over again. I mean,
God.
I'm not going to repeat them here, but I actually used for this episode, one of my main sources was a book about this case that you should go read if you really want like full. I mean, there's so much detail in this book that we did not include in here. It's called Murder in the Yoga Store, and it's by Peter Ross Range. You can get an ebook on Amazon or you can order the actual book, but it's great. In the book, he has all of the actual quotes that Brittany said that these men said to her.
Oh, no.
And they're rough. So if you want way more detail, definitely go read that book. It's great. So this man apparently raped Brittany, calling her awful racial slurs. And then she said he grabbed a wooden clothes hanger and repeatedly raped her with it as well.
Huh.
Yeah. He then made her open the cash registers and safes so they could steal the money. And during all this, Brittany said she heard just like a nightmare going on with Jayna. They said she said she was screaming bloody murder. And she could see and hear that the man was literally just repeatedly beating her.
Oh my God.
And she said it was like screaming, fighting. And then it just started slowly fading out.
No.
And she said she could see him like beating her in the hallway and he just kept doing it. She was like, I don't know how long he did it for, but it was horrific.
How do you like become normal again after
No, you
witnessing
don't.
that?
You don't. And after that, they threw Brittany in the bathroom and zip-tied her arms and legs and then just left her, where she blacked out on the floor until police came in the next morning. Now, Brittany was sobbing while telling this to the detective and was literally, like, inconsolable. Like, they said they couldn't even understand her at times. She was just, like, shaking, like, clearly she was totally traumatized.
Like she was tore up.
Yeah. And she kept saying there was so much blood. And she kept saying so much more blood. I've never seen that much blood in my life. Like, she seemed incredulous. And she said she tried to help Jayna, but they wouldn't let her. She was like, she kept saying, I tried to help her. And she then apparently said the phrase, she was so innocent. And she also kept saying that it was her fault for forgetting her wallet. She was like, this is my fault.
Like
this happened because of me.
Guilt.
Which I can't imagine feeling that way.
No.
That all of a sudden you're like, if I didn't forget my wallet, this literally wouldn't have happened. She also had no idea that Jayna was dead. And she said and the police said she kept asking, like, is my friend okay? How's my friend doing?
Oh, no.
Meanwhile, an autopsy of Jayna was done at the Maryland Medical Examiner's office by Dr. Mary Ripple. Now, this is where shit gets crazy. This is some graphic shit. So this forensic pathologist said that Jayna was assaulted with literally hundreds of different wounds inflicted by several different weapons.
Yo.
232 blunt force injuries to her body. 99 sharp force injuries to her body. More than 100 wounds to her head alone, which was cracked in 8 places.
Oh my God.
And they said her face was just demolished, completely demolished. There were also 37 injuries to the back of her head and one 3.5-inch deep knife wound to the back of her head low near her neck that had penetrated directly into the cerebellum of her brain. And her spinal cord was severed.
Oh my God.
This was labeled as the fatal blow. Total 331 separate injuries.
Whoa.
Now, that is not counting the ones that were overlapping each other that they couldn't count.
300.
Those are 331 they could.
31 injuries.
Yeah, distinct ones that they could see. 105 of those were defensive wounds to her hands and forearms.
There's no way a stranger did this.
No.
Like these
is
two
like
dudes are not
anger.
strangers.
This is anger. And Ripple said that she had never seen that many defensive wounds on one person ever. And this is a
Wow.
forensic pathologist who has done over 3,000 autopsies.
That must have been jarring.
Yeah. And she said Jayna was alive for almost all of this struggle, and she fought hard.
Oh my God.
She said it must have been excruciating and brutal
Yeah.
for her. Now, when I say alive for almost all of it, I mean she was alive and felt 330 of those wounds and didn't die until the knife was stabbed into her brain.
Oh my God.
They knew that this was the final one that stabbed into her brain because all the other wounds bled, which means her heart had to be pumping, which means she was alive.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Now the weapons. The weapons that they found that were used were at least 5 different weapons and possibly up to 10. What they know was used on her was a hammer,
Ugh.
2 different kind of box cutters, a wrench, some metal thing that's used to hold up mannequins, a big serrated knife, a metal rod that I think was used to get clothing off of the that long
high
thing.
shelves.
A razor and a rope was found around her neck.
What the actual fuck?
Yep.
Getting scared is one thing. Getting a thrill is, well, you want more of those in your life. The Genesis GV70 is built to thrill, baby. A thrilling yet elegant design always makes driving the GV70 an exciting adventure. Its powerful athletic stance screams performance and turns heads. Everybody's looking at you, girl, or boy, or whoever. Command the road and experience a class-leading standard 300 horsepower. Oh my God. Plus, discover the different dynamic drive modes for all different terrains. Choose between the different terrain modes for whatever road conditions you may encounter. The Genesis GV70's award-winning technology and performance lets you drive with comfort and drive with confidence all at the same time. It's an exciting SUV with intuitive tech that can make your ride smooth even when the road isn't. And its blind spot cameras allow you to see what's next to you. It's like having eyes on the side of your head. That's pretty iconic. Its performance, by the way, is measured not only in power, but in how it makes you feel confident, sexy. The Genesis GV70. Learn more at genesis.com and feel the GV70. This is a paid ad by BetterHelp. I happen to be somebody that struggles with people pleasing. So a lot of times I will build things up and up and up and up and up and then kind of get to the point where I'm like, I need to let this out to this person. Even in 2026, that stigma and just stigma in general can get in the way of a lot of things, like getting support for your mental health. Maybe you've encouraged friends to consider therapy while avoiding taking that first step yourself because you're busy. You're worried about what other people might think or telling yourself that you should handle this all alone. But therapy with BetterHelp, the world's largest online therapy platform, can be a space to slow down and talk through what's been building before it feels unmanageable. Just take a short questionnaire to identify your needs and preferences, and BetterHelp will handle the initial therapist matching work for you. Their industry-leading match rate means BetterHelp typically gets it right the first time. Feel confident knowing BetterHelp therapists work according to a strict code of conduct and are fully qualified. Don't let hesitation hold you back. Find support with BetterHelp. Sign up and get 10% off at betterhelp.com/morbid. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/morbid.
Now, the 2 detectives on the case were Jim Drury and Dimitri Reuven. Immediately, a tip line was set up, and they received a ton of tips. but the town of Bethesda was literally going insane with fear at this point.
So because the Apple store was like right next door, the police checked the security cameras from the Apple store. And on the security cameras, they see 2 men walking quickly away from the scene right around the time of the crime.
Uh-oh.
So they're like, this is it. Like, that's our dudes.
Yeah, like, boom.
And I'm pretty sure they said one was like taller and one was shorter.
Oh, yeah,
and
I
that's
think
exactly
so.
what they were looking for.
And at the same time, it's like coincidence? No,
I think not. So they were unable to confirm based on like where the camera was placed if the guys definitely came from the LuLuLemon store. But because they matched Brittany's description and the timeline fit, they became the prime suspects.
Makes sense.
So, like Alaina said, this hit the media and people were losing their shit. Like, they wanted answers. They wanted this to be laid to rest. Like, they wanted to know what the fuck was going on.
Because what the fuck?
And not have these guys just, like, roaming around their town.
Yeah.
Like,
and
what
this
the hell?
isn't like somebody came in and like not that it's not awful if you get shot, but like came in and like shot someone.
This is
like,
different. This is like
brutal.
Insane. So Detective Dimitri Rubin started to stake out the LuLuLemon store, waiting to see if these 2 guys were going to show up again. And they fucking did.
What?
So he approaches them and shows them the film, like the stills of the footage from the night of the murder. And they say, yeah, that's us, but we're busboys at a nearby restaurant.
Oh, shit.
And we were just walking home. Their alibi checks out, and now we're back to square one.
And it makes sense that they were wearing all black.
Because a lot of times at restaurants,
working at a restaurant, you usually wear all black, especially as like a busboy.
Yeah.
That sounded good too.
And it's like perfect. Like one was taller, one was shorter.
Yeah.
And she also mentioned that one of them had a backpack and one of these guys had a backpack.
Oh shit.
So,
wow, what a coincidence. That's crazy.
So then they get this other tip, police, that a homeless man named Keith Lockett, who's known to be pretty violent, he hangs out at this one specific bar every night, except the night of the murder. So while questioning people about Keith, the detectives also learned that Keith was hanging out with another guy the night of the murder. And they're hopeful about this because a lot of the weird puzzle pieces kind of fit together. The detectives find out that Keith has checked into a hospital nearby. He's bloody, he's beaten, and he's so out of it. But they go in to check on him. But he's not the guy. His clothes don't have like that much blood on them at all. And he's just babbling about a fight that he got into with a different homeless man. He's super incoherent. And the detectives know that this guy like didn't have the capacity to carry this case out or this crime out because it was so like involved, elaborate, and so
and probably required a shit ton of energy to do this.
Right, and this is just like some babbling homeless
dude. Like this doesn't work. So now that all those leads flopped, which bummer. Which, how many coincidences, by the way?
Dude, the fact that 2 people were walking by right around the time, and it's a taller guy, a shorter guy, and one with a backpack, all in black. And they had ski hats on, so they couldn't see their faces, but it looked like potentially they could have
pulled it on their face.
Right.
It's so nuts. So now they started looking into the fact that the Apple salespeople were definitely still there at the murder time. They're not looking at them as suspects, but they're like, what did they hear anything? Because they found out, because remember, the iPad 2 had come out. It was a big day for Apple. So those salespeople are probably there still like counting sales and everything. So they're there late. Well, what they found out was pretty disturbing and terrible. And they came across surveillance footage to confirm it. So during the murder, there were a couple of employees in the store. Jane Serves, I do not know how to say her name. SBRZO. Sverzo. The store manager, Ricardo Rios, was also there. And I think there was also a security guard, but he doesn't really have anything to do with it. These people heard the whole struggle.
What?
Their walls, like I said, share with LuLuLemon. And they all said they heard a craziness going on over there, but they ignored it. And the video surveillance shows them all listening at the wall.
Are you kidding me?
And then just ignoring it. So what's worse is, according to an article in WJLA ABC7, Jane, the employee, said she heard some thuds and grunting and said, quote, it sounded like something heavy was being hit or dragged. And then, quote, some thudding, some grunting, some kind of high-pitched squealing, yelping, a female voice, like hysterical sounds.
And you didn't think to call the police?
They did nothing. So she went and got Ricardo, the manager, and he listened and said he heard agonized breathing like when you can't breathe. and then one forced exhale.
And then he was like, I'm going to go home
And he's
now.
like, that's probably fine. So Jane said that they heard a woman say before like this like breathing happened and everything. She heard a woman say, talk to me, don't do this, talk to me, what's going on?
Oh my God.
So eventually they heard the same, what she thinks is the same woman say, God help me, please help me.
Oh.
Now,
That's
then they
haunting.
heard panting sounds. Now, Ricardo, when they asked him about this, like, what the fuck, you dumbasses? Why would you not call 911?
Like, how do you feel okay about yourself
Like,
as a human being ever again?
You didn't call 911 and you're not, like, you have security at your store.
Right.
Like, send them over there. That's what they fucking do. They're security.
Right.
So, Ricardo said he figured it was just, quote, just drama between the women at that store.
You think that they're, like, beating the shit out of each other?
I'm like, so did you think it was, like, a cage like death match between two people who are just having an argument, like two girls just having an argument, like
right?
That they're like in the octagon in there and they're like literally beating each other.
He was just like, I don't want to get involved.
They did nothing.
It's like
insane.
the bystander effect.
It's the Kitty Genovese thing.
Yeah,
it's nuts. If you fucking see something or hear something, say something, man. You don't have to get involved. Don't by all means don't get
yourself
involved
in anything like that.
But call 911. What's the worst that can happen?
That's what 911 is there for.
If the worst that can happen is that 911 comes and no shit's going down and you feel stupid. That's it.
And guess what? You probably won't even have to know about it if nothing's going down.
So just call. So those dumbasses didn't do anything, but forensics found something new. They found a pair of large men's sneakers, size 14, like hidden on a shelf in the store.
Mm-hmm.
They were spattered in blood, but the soles were clean. And when they compared them to the men's shoe prints found in all that blood, it was a perfect match.
Ding, ding, ding.
This is weird. So police were stumped. And they're like, what?
Like, why would the killer leave his fucking shoes here?
Like, what shoes was he wearing? Like, what's going on here?
Well, that's why they were so hopeful about Keith, too, because they were like, oh, some homeless dude that carries his shoes.
That must have been it, yeah.
Right.
So the lead detective spoke to Brittany again, because they're like, we need to figure this out. And it was when she had gone home, only a day after the attack, she went home because all of her wounds were what was referred to by the doctor each time as very superficial.
Okay.
She only had stitches in the gash on her forehead and one gash that was in the like webbing between her thumb and her pointer finger. And everything else was like just skin deep.
Right.
Which was odd. So when they talked to her again, she brought up a few more details that she hadn't said before. And she said at one point, the men pushed her down on top of Jayna's body. And they told her that the only reason she wasn't in the same state as Jayna was that she was, quote, more fun to fuck.
Ew.
Which gross.
That's disgusting.
They said again that she was inconsolable telling them the story again. And she didn't change anything else. It was still consistent.
Right.
When they brought up the shoes, Brittany said those shoes were the store's shoes. Those were LuLuLemon shoes.
Mm-hmm.
They had a few men's items, like shoes, where they would like use them for like alterations, I guess.
Yeah.
Immediately, the detectives were like, that's weird. Why did they match the footprints then? Like, what?
Like the killer just decided to put those shoes on and prance
it's
around.
Like, wait a second. So here are the weird things that just started bothering, especially Detective Reuven, who was the one who was really starting to question what actually happened here. He said, so what bothered him was the assailants didn't bring weapons with them. They used things in the store. That's weird. Even the zip ties used on Brittany were on a shelf.
Right. And
in the book, either in the book or in one of the articles I read about this, Detective Reuven was saying like, so this is pandemonium. It's this like nightmare situation of just rage and blood and awfulness. And these guys are like, I wonder if there's zip ties here.
Yeah.
And just like looked for them.
It just doesn't make any sense.
Then the injuries, like I said, Jayna's were beyond way overkill.
Right.
And Brittany's were very superficial.
Mm-hmm.
That's weird. And then the shoes, the footprints never went outside the store. So there's bloody footprints all in the store. They never left the store.
Right.
So what happened? And then what the hell were the killers wearing if the shoes on the shelf were the ones that left the marks on the
right.
None of this is making sense, but it's all little things that he can't really grab onto yet. So in an Oxygen special about this case, Reuven said the description of these men was also bothering him.
I watched that.
He said, quote, "The way Brittany's describing these two guys, they're racist, they're rapists, they're robbers, they're murderers. It's like the worst human being that you could possibly describe, right?"
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing. It's like when she was saying these things, you're like, holy shit. Like, people
who
like
are
this
these
exist.
people running around.
And there's two of them. Like, there's two fucking dudes that are
Yeah.
like this awful of like, whoa. And it was then that Reuven thought, I think Brittany's lying about what happened. And he started thinking that she might even be the killer. So another officer had just found Jayna's missing car.
Mm-hmm.
Because initially I think Brittany had mentioned that she parked in front of the store when they went back to run in and get the wallet. And so it should have been in front of the store and it wasn't.
Right.
They found the car 3 blocks away in some random lot.
Which is very bizarre.
They also, when they looked into it, they found blood smears all over the inside.
Mm-hmm.
It was on like the wheel, the steering wheel, like the handles.
There's like a LuLuLemon hat with blood in it.
Yes. Well, the DNA analysis said that blood was Brittany's and Jayna's.
Mm-hmm.
There was also the hat that you're talking about in the back seat. It was a LuLuLemon hat. They did DNA analysis on the brim of like the head, the part that like touches your forehead, and it was Brittany's hat.
Mm-hmm.
So they ended up bringing Brittany back in to talk.
Mm-hmm.
They said they wanted to catch her in like smaller lies,
So
because they said that's
big...
how they like start seeing that she's probably lying about more things, because why is she going to lie about little things if she doesn't need to?
Right.
So they immediately asked her, do you know what Jayna's car looks like? And she was like, yeah, kinda. But she was very like, oh, I've only seen it once.
Mm-hmm.
Bah, bah, bah. And so then they said, have you ever been in Jayna's car? Has she ever like given you a ride or anything? And Brittany said, no, I've never been in her car. She's never given me a ride. I've never been in that car.
Why was your blood in her car?
Immediately they were like, well, that's our first lie. And
Yep.
why would she lie about that?
Right. You would have no reason to lie about that.
There's no reason to lie about that, because they're like, well, we have your blood and your hat's in the car. So
you were
boom.
in the car.
So we're going to leave you right there.
Bye.
That's right. This is a 2-parter, motherfuckers.
Hey!
We're going to leave you there because there is a whole lot more to this case that we are going to bring to you in the beginning of next week. So don't worry, you don't have to wait long.
Because you ain't even ready for it.
But you don't have to wait long, only a few days.
Yeah, it's fine.
And just wait, guys.
It gets cuckoo nuts man banana
because,
crazy.
Yeah, shit is happening here.
It's going down.
Because it kind of seems like the detectives have Brittany backed into a corner right now. Who knows what will happen? Don't Google it and ruin it for yourself.
Yeah, no spoilers.
Don't
man.
do it.
Don't.
Just wait for us. It'll be fun.
It's great.
So that is part 1 of the LuLuLemon murder.
Keep your eyes peeled for part 2. And in the meantime, follow us on Instagram at
Morbid Podcast.
Hit us up on Twitter.
A Morbid Podcast.
Send us a listener story through Gmail.
morbidpodcast@gmail.com. And by the way, I think we're going to do another listener stories next week.
Yes.
Yay!
Also join the Facebook group.
Morbid, a true crime podcast. It's awesome in there.
Check out the website that Alaina designed.
morbidpodcast.com.
And also, I sometimes forget to say this, but please, 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 please donate to our Patreon.
Patreon.com/morbidpodcast.
We hope you keep listening.
And we hope you
keep
it weird.
I'm not doing one for this.
You're
It's a
not
brutal
doing it.
meta. But that's the way that you line up a police, Brittany.
Ooh. Bye.
Bye.